Hello and welcome to another episode of Grassroots, the show where we go behind the scenes and take a look at the people that make this industry tick. Welcome to Sam Doran. Sam, looking forward to today's show. Tell us what's in store.
Oh, we got plenty, always great people, places and horses stories on Grassroots today. We're going to cover a couple of Group 1 winners as well. Always like talking Group 1 winners. People think that's not Grassroots, but there's always an underlying story that it is. Also want to make comment that you're doing Richie Benno proud today. We've had the cream, the off-white, the brown, the beige. I'm not sure what this is. I think we might be going with a cooked salmon colour here today.
Yeah, peachy, apricot, I don't know.
It's an absolute belter to get us. I feel a little bit odd here just in the plain grey, but you're really showing me up today, Adam. But,
we might have to get a bit of colour onto you for one of the later episodes, hey?
Handsome as always, Adam O.
Well, let's start off, Sam, with one of our favourite characters, I reckon, on racing.com in Udyta Clarke. Her passion for her horses is infectious, and that's what endears her to the racing audience. And, of course, one of her favourite pals is Rich Charm, which, of course, she achieved Group 2 victory with on Derby Day not that long ago. Let's check in with Udyta and Rich Charm to see how they're going.
Charm late, but it's Miss Rock in front with 50 to go. Rich Charm diving, Miss Rock, Rich Charm a popular winner.
He's just a very nice boy. He really is. He's a lovely, lovely boy. Yeah, I've missed him terribly. What is it that I can say about him? You know, you can't leave him alone for very long because he just gets used to you being there. I come out here sometimes when it's warm and I look at him and I think, oh gosh, how lucky am I? And how lucky is he that he's here?
So 3 years ago, when 23rd of November, when Udyta went to hospital, and then she had to recover from that and then do her rehab, and obviously the horses were sort of still at her farm, but the plan was always that Rich Charm would come here to live with Udyta. So Udyta's been here since she came out of hospital, and Rich Charm's been here since the beginning of, sort of the beginning of the year.
Because he was away at my place for 2 years while I was recovering. And then all of a sudden Julie said, oh, I'm bringing him home. And I was so happy. I was really, really happy.
We had actually Peter Foster. He went and picked up Rich Charm with his truck and brought him out here, and Udyta was here patiently waiting for him, or impatiently waiting for him to arrive. And yeah, she was very happy to see him come off the truck and settle into his paddock so well.
Rich Charm is charging down the outside from the back of Burke. He'll still get up. What a win! Rich Charm.
Unbelievable, the memories that it leaves with me. It's just, it's just in my heart. You take him up the top of the paddock and let him go. He'll come down at 100 miles an hour and kick and buck and jump and leap, and he does lots of things. When he sees me, he gets very excited. Very excited.
He was very spoilt for a long time, so he's still pretty spoiled here. He gets usually 4 cubes of licorice at night and 4 cubes of licorice in the morning.
When he came here to live, I was really pleased about it, and I was very emotional about it. It makes me feel really, really good about things in life, and how I can walk out there and just see him eating, and it's not very nice not to be able to do that, because it's just like they're part of me.
An unbreakable bond, Rich Charm and Udyta Clarke. Always enjoy seeing Udyta at the races. See her quite a bit, especially when she's got a runner going around. She doesn't train anymore, but she still got shares in plenty of the horses that she has bred over the years. And Julie, what a great friend she's been, and been, you know, on the side of Udyta all those years, and has looked after her when she's been in ill health as well. So, yeah, wishing them the best of luck.
They're a great pair, or they're a great trio, really. I've got a small part to play in one of the Rich Charm wins. There was one day at Caulfield, he carried 59 kilos, and Mrs. Clarke couldn't carry the saddle. And I was working there that day, and I actually offered to take the saddle for her, and I carried and helped her saddle up for her. And another day, we were talking at the Geelong races, and she knows I love my animals, and I'd recently lost my dog at the time, a Kelpie, and she's been at me for the last number of years to get another Kelpie. I will get one, Mrs. Clarke, one day, but not yet. Yeah. She's a lovely woman. She's just so invested in her animals. And we were just chatting in between, just watching the story there, Adam, and he only ran in one Group 1 race in his career, Rich Charm. He was a Group 2 winner. He was so well placed by her to get the career that he had, and like nearly $1 million in stakes. It would have always been tempting to go to the high level more often with a horse like that. But it was only one Newmarket that he ran in. It was the only Group 1 race he ran in, so just beautifully placed, and I'm so happy that they're back together.
And towards the end of his career, he had a niggling little injury problem which sort of spaced his runs, and we didn't quite see him at his best, but it was great to see him on show there on Derby Day on this big stage at Flemington back in 2017. Well, that's Rich Charm living a grand life in retirement. What about Incentivise? Only recently retired, had a terrific run, winning 9 races straight, 3 at Group 1 level, including the Caulfield Cup, favourite for the Melbourne Cup. But of course, his career ended soon after with injury. But let's see what he's up to in his retirement.
Incentivise holding on from Awonga. Incentivise makes a statement in the Group 1. 4 lengths in front, and Incentivise, what a star, won the Caulfield Cup. Incentivise is finding, and Incentivise has won a new Group 1 star.
Big part of our business is ensuring that these horses, post their racing career, have got homes, and that's what we're doing here with Incentivise. He's got a beautiful attitude and a lovely nature. He's going to suit his new job here at Yarraman Park really well. He joins horses that we've already got here, such as Brave Song, Special Missile, Well Done from Hong Kong, and I Am Hot. The nanny role is a very important role here at Yarraman Park, which I think Incentivise is going to fit in beautifully. He'll be working into his position early next year for the foaling group this coming breeding season, the 2023 breeding season. It's such a crucial role for these older horses to be companions for these foals when they're weaned off their mothers. As you can see, with a horse like him and his nature and his attitude, he'll fit the role beautifully, along with our other geldings that we've retired over the past sort of 6-7 years. You know, Harry and Arthur are big on ensuring these geldings have a really successful life after racing, and that's what we're here to offer for Incentivise, and we're just very pleased and honoured that the ownership group of this magnificent horse has chosen Yarraman to retire and enjoy the rest of his career as a nanny.
Throughout this series, we've been learning about this role that I haven't really heard of too much before. I don't have a lot to do with stud farms and breeding, but it's the role of a nanny. And it's a great purpose for quite often these older geldings in life after retirement to sort of be this role model for these foals. We
see a lot of horses go into different activities post their racing career. There's some great clips with Nature Strip going over the jumps at the minute, but clearly Incentivise doesn't have that in him post-race. He left it all on the racetrack. We were just chatting 9 in a row. He went from winning a maiden in April to a Caulfield Cup in October. The other thing about that, Adam, is that I can't remember another horse where the punters and the foremaners were on a horse so early and identified the figures that he was presenting in those races in Queensland to suggest he was a genuine Group 1 horse. And they did. And I can't remember another horse like that. He was really a comet for that spring of 2021.
Well, those first couple of wins at Caloundra, Sunshine Coast, were just brilliant. They just broke the clock, and it was no surprise that they jumped out off the paper. And yes, everyone was on him and just following that wave to those Group 1 successes, and well, if he didn't get injured, he could have been anything. He could have come back, and I know the Moody Yard were trying to get him back, but he just couldn't stand up to the rigours after that injury in the Melbourne Cup when second to Very Elegant. But great to see him living his best life now as a nanny at Yarraman Park. Well, we're going to take a break on Grassroots. Back with more in a moment.